All right, so we're looking at social media management tools and how we're going to be using them to make them so much more powerful than they already are, using and integrating them with Browsio. And before we do that, I'm just going to cover the different ones that are out there. It's a sort of a review of all of the different social media management tools out there. These are the best ones for 2017. All of the different pages, all the different sites that out there that I've found and I've tested and I've looked and I've come up with 3 that really serve the purpose across the board, across the spectrum, for pretty much syndicating and also posting. Right, so we're not just syndicating through social media, on social media, we also want to be posting on our blogs at the same time or as an option. So the first one that is always going to keep popping up is Buffer. Buffer, along with HootSuite, are always the sort of the top ones. And what Buffer is, for those of you, I'm sure most of you know what Buffer is, but I think it's a little bit confusing because it's not really a social media management tool. Because what it is it's just an auto poster, which is it's got its uses and we need this and it's awesome and we're using this within Browsio. But it's not really managing your social media. It's managing 4 profiles. You can connect Pinterest and Instagram, Google+, LinkedIn, Facebook. And if you have the paid account, which is, I think, $11 a month, then you can connect all of these. But it's just for one persona, right? So it's $10 a persona. You have to obviously if you have multiple personas, or if you're doing marketing across various niches, you need more than one persona. So, you're not going to really want to have dozens and dozens of these paid ones. So we're just going to be using the free parts of all of these tools and getting the most out of them and just multiplying their effect using Browsio and the efficiency that we're going to be able to have. So right now this is connected to Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Google+. So you can connect 4 accounts, 1, 2, 3, 4. Not 4 accounts, they are 4 accounts, but 4 profiles, I'd say. Right? So this is a profile. These are the same account holder, right? All the same person. So this Twitter account, you can only connect 1 Twitter account, 1 Facebook account, 1 LinkedIn. And you can have this connected to 1 Twitter account, profile page, and group. So that would mean 4 profiles, or mix and match however you like. Okay. So the extra bit that you get if you pay is being able to post to all of them via Buffer, and also to have RSS feeds that allow you to have a stream of content that you can easily go ahead and decide what you want to send out, and it doesn't auto post it. You need to go and schedule it, but it gives you the ability to have all this awesome data from your favorite RSS feeds and industry leaders coming into your account. And we're going to cover that as well. So we've got a much better solution within Browsio when combining all of these tools. But we're just reviewing the best social media marketing or management tools of 2017 as they're called as of now. Okay, so that's Buffer. Don't want to take too much of your time because we've got a few to go through. The next one I want to look at is HootSuite, because that's the other #1 tool. There's a whole bunch of #1 tools depending on what site you look at. As far as I'm concerned, everything from Buffer and HootSuite, pretty much they're all copies. I mean, you've got loads of different ones out there, but they're pretty much all copies of what these do. Syndicating and remote posting is what they do. And there are some cool features with HootSuite. You can have your Tumblr account in here so that you can quickly get a view of the timeline of what's going on in your Facebook, in your Tumblr, and your WordPress, all in one location. So that's really cool. That's just it really does help. So you don't have to go and look through all these different websites. So you want to quickly just log into your profile, into your persona, and go ahead and just quickly see what's happening in your industry, in your profile or persona's life. You don't want to spend too much time, so it's awesome for having them all split up in this way. So that's really cool. The thing is, you can only post, I think, to 2 or 3. It looks like 3 personas. You're allowed to have 3 profiles, separate profiles that you're posting to, and these streams are a little bit different. So there are streams for Twitter, streams here. Okay, this is called Tumblr. I need to rename it because it's Tumblr, and I've added different Facebook and also the people that I'm following on WordPress. So you can get in there and quickly interact and engage, and and if you want to see a little bit more about the article and really get in there, you just click the link and open up the actual article. That's the other awesomeness of having all of these browser-based capabilities. You can get in there, read the actual article, engage, use the browser's built-in ability to, right here, you use that link there, and it brings you straight to WordPress, so you can curate that. Let's not do that right now. You can get in there, share, like, reblog, comment, and so on. So getting a little bit carried away here, but that's really the essence. That's really where you want to be going. That's what the whole purpose of social media is not to have these auto posters, because that doesn't really help. It doesn't help much just posting to social media. You've got to get in there and engage. So the other one, so HootSuite, so you can decide the 3 different places, or the 2 different, I think it's 3. I remember it being 2, maybe it's 3. So the 2 or 3 different personas that you can add in here, mix and match and pick what you want, from YouTube to Twitter, Facebook, all of the usual suspects, Google Plus, and so on. They all post to the same places. These are basically social media management tools who are sort of taking your profiles and then posting them to it. And it helps, bring all of them together here. So it really does help streamline things. But when you're dealing with dozens and dozens of accounts, it's going to start to get a little bit hectic using, just the one HootSuite. Also, it's going to get quite expensive, because HootSuite is, I think, $19 for 10 profiles, and then it jumps, I think, to $100 a month, and then $450 a month. So it's really more of an enterprise solution. It's not made for just someone who wants to just literally just manage your social media and get the most out of it. It's more of a major corporate solution to manage all of these profiles and personas, and it's a major beast. It's an awesome tool, and I'm not saying not to use it. The whole point of it is we've integrated with HootSuite. I'm saying that you're better off using just the free elements and combining a number of these social media management or social media posters and using them via Buffer to get so much more out of them for free. Okay, so the other one that I'm going to recommend is Scoopit. You don't see it very often and everywhere, but it is definitely one of the better ones. I absolutely love it. It gives beautiful formatting when you're posting. So let's just look at the settings here. You can post to 2 different profiles. And I love it because it's got Tumblr in here as well. And Tumblr is awesome because they have an RSS feed, and you can have it trigger your if this then that syndication. So if it goes off to a WordPress blog and then off to maybe another Tumblr and then Google Drive and whatever else that you're doing, it's a great little trigger here. So you get to pick a social profile, and because Buffer is paid, if you want to have the Pinterest, it's paid. In Scoopit, Pinterest is free. So I tend to alternate between the fan page and Pinterest for the different social media accounts and the different social media personas. I don't use just Facebook. I'll mix and match. I'll generally always use Tumblr, because Tumblr is just it's a great trigger, because like I said, it's an RSS feed, and the only other way to get an RSS feed in here is if you have the paid account, and that's going to give you the access to a WordPress account, but I think that's $150 a year, and the Pro account, which allows you to put in multiple accounts, I think up to 50 or 100, I'm not sure exactly. That's like $67 a month, $800, $900 a year. So I tend to just use the Tumblr, again, like I said, for RSS. So the other one that I'm going to talk about is If This Then That, because that's something that is also spoken about as a social media management tool. These are not management tools, these are all syndication tools, right? So you can use If This Then That, like I said, to syndicate from your Tumblr, using Scoopit. So you're going to have, so you build up your Scoopit authority as well, but while building a little page on Scoopit and syndicating out to Tumblr and back out to Facebook. So there's lots and lots of free syndication abilities using HootSuite, Scoopit, and Buffer, just the free version. It's absolutely awesome. It's more than all you need, and it lowers your kind of footprint as per se. You know, you're not just posting from Buffer, you're not just posting from Scoopit. You know, you're mixing, because they've all got different formats, and that's what you really want to be showing on social media, that, you know, you're in all different places at once, and you're posting from different places, and you're also getting in there and being real. So building them out and getting content to these things is the next major issue for the free accounts. In Scoopit, you know, you do have the ability to curate directly from within Scoopit, but that's, again, just Scoopit. And that brings it out to your Facebook, it'll bring it out to your whoever else you decide, you know, Tumblr, and then off to Twitter. But then again, it's just Scoopit, and it'll syndicate the links. It's good, but it's just Scoopit. So if you want to have all of your syndication being fed constantly, there's this awesome service called Q. And I'm just going to sign in now. Should have been signed. Yeah, I must have signed up already to this one. So, and what Q does is Q allows you to just pick keywords and, okay, I have to sign up to Q, I guess, here. So I'm not going to do that right now. And what that does is that it fills up your dashboard, like here, okay? So that you'll have, let's retry and Buffer. So that means you'll have all of these pre-written posts going out once a day, twice a day, to wherever it is that you've decided using Q. And they have a free service that allows you to pick three out of the 4 that you can post to. So again, you just mix and match, and it's actually better that you're mixing and matching and using the free services, because you don't always need the paid versions, and it keeps things fresh. It keeps things not exactly the same the whole time. So using them in this way increases your authority by showing the social networks that you're there, but it's not going to actually increase your authority as a real person. You know, you'll have an account that you can then go and really, you know, start using and engaging. But using these social media posters isn't really enough. It's not anyway. It's just not. It's not enough. It's misleading to say that this is all you need to do, and that's really not. I'm going to show you what you really need to do, and it's pretty straightforward. I just want to cover these other tools that I'm using as well. Social Oomph I don't use because it's paid, and we've got all of these free options covered within these 3 here, and I'm going to show you how they're integrated within Browsio so that you can really take it into hyperdrive. The free version of Social Oomph allows you to do a whole bunch of Twitter stuff, so if you want to mess around with that. I personally like TweetDeck. You can include a number of Twitter accounts into your TweetDeck, so if you've got some personas, you want to connect them, that's cool. You can do that within Twitter. They allow that, and it's actually a Twitter tool, twitter.com, tweetdeck.twitter.com, and this gives you just a whole nice overview. Like, I logged into here, and I didn't even realize that this guy retweeted, so I liked it. And, you know, when you're dealing with so many social media accounts, you do want to have them organized in the best way possible. And what we're trying to not do is reinvent the wheel and, you know, give you another way to syndicate from an unknown platform. The reason why I'm recommending and why I'm using and others are using these successfully is because sites like HootSuite, Scoopit, If This Then That, Q, Buffer, not Q, but Buffer, and obviously TweetDeck, because it's actually Twitter's own tool, they are there in order to help you syndicate to these places, and they have massive authority because they've been doing this for so long. They've got their own spam filters in place, so they're really making sure that whatever's coming through, you know, you have to be a real user, you have to be getting in there. It's all browser-based stuff, so you got to be real. You can't just be API syndicating, posting stuff the whole time. It just doesn't work, right? So while we've got all of these things working in the background, syndicating to our tools, to our social media accounts, to really take things to the next level, to get your account recognized mostly in Facebook and then also within the people in Facebook, so that you do get lots of people friend requesting you, because that's the key. The key is to get people friend requesting you so that you are the person who is getting these requests and you're not spamming, and Facebook is just giving you more and more authority. Each person that friend requests you, they just start sending you like an avalanche. Like, you can get a profile in Facebook go viral. So the reason I'm talking about Facebook is because Facebook is the mother of all traffic. It's the easiest traffic to funnel. It's the best traffic to funnel because there's so many places to funnel it from. And there are no tools that really bring together Facebook in this way, where you can go and just get into your groups and seriously dominate them for real as you need to. So all of these tools back to the content and where we're going to be feeding out this content, the hub for all of these tools here, Buffer, if this then that, all of the Scoopit, HootSuite, is right here in the RSS reader. And the RSS reader that we've got here is a special thing. It's a special RSS reader like no other. It's a social RSS reader. It's bringing all of the social media management tools together, all of the different applications that we've been discussing all together, allowing you to hone in on the best content in a matter of milliseconds, literally, and share that and syndicate that and set that up into your feed and share like a real person, not just via the APIs, not just via Buffer, not just via Scoopit and if this then that. You want to get in there and do real shares. And what I mean by real shares is this. So before we get into the real shares, let's just back onto the content. So here's the content. This is the content hub. We can call it the RSS hub. That's what it should really be called. You can input unlimited RSS feeds and you can mash them up together in one feed. So this would be one RSS feed to get mashed up together in just not mashed up. This would be one feed, and here is the feed info. This over here, bodybuilding blogs, as you can see, it's got a number of feeds in here. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we've got 8 feeds. And we have the ability to either load them separately or load them grouped. This one is loaded grouped. And we're going to get back to that in a second. The reason, and then we've got, just showing you the different options. The way that you can read them, if you want to look at them individually and not grouped, is, for example, like this. You can refresh. You have to refresh them because otherwise when you open it they'll all load together and it'll crash your system. You don't want that happening. So you've got to go in there and let them load individually. And basically you can, like this, when you click load separately, it's going to load it like this and give you the ability to just go from RSS feed to RSS and just check out the different sites. Okay, so what we've got here is about 8 different blogs, and it's loaded all of the information here. So we've probably got about 8, 10 or so 80 or 100 articles. And you don't want to think about what to share. You don't want to read this. You want to right click, go Facebook, order by Facebook shares. Boom, 7,829 shares. That's what you want to post. Here we go, 5,167 shares. That's what you want to post. This is what you want to post. No thinking, no spending time on what's the best content out there. That is clearly the best content out there, and that's what you want to be sharing. So this is not limited to just RSS feeds of blogs. You can, use RSS feeds from anywhere as long as it's an RSS feed. So here's a YouTube example, and I've actually used an awesome tool by Lisa Allen called the RSS Feed Finder. She's just come out with version 2 with some awesome new features. Go out and check it out. I'll include a link in the bottom of the video so that you can also check it out. It's an awesome tool, and it's how I found all of these feeds very, very easily. So in the RSS feed of YouTube, it will automatically recognize it, and you can now not just order by Facebook shares, so you've got the most viral stuff there. You want to order it by Facebook, but you can order it now by YouTube views. So this has got 9.5 million views. Right, so we know, again, it's not necessarily the most shared, but it's the most viewed, and then you can order by the ratings, average ratings, and so on and so forth. So this is 5. These are all of the highest rated videos. See, look at this. It doesn't even have shares, right? It's just highest rating, 1,300 views. So it's awesome for research, helping you understand what the market's thinking, why the audience are liking certain things, what they're viewing, what they're sharing, so that you can have an idea of how your content is going to perform. So you don't have to waste time on worrying what you're going to curate, what you're going to share. You're going to use the right click, find the funniest, the best content, whatever it's going to be, then immediately share it out there. And you've got Buffer that we've already connected to. So you've got it being fed with content from queue, and then you can go ahead and add it also to the queue. Send, it was asking me to add something there. I just didn't do it. Couldn't be bothered, but you can click on that and it'll open up a beautiful pre-formatted post, and you just add what you would say on Facebook. Same thing with Scoopit. It's going to open it up and give you this awesome pre-formatted post that it looks great. And it sends it out to, here we go. So here we go. Here's a YouTube video. You can go ahead and send it out. We want to send this to Tumblr. And you can also send this to the fan page and say, wow, that This is the best fitness motivation video I have seen in a long while. And you can add a link to this, right? So when you add a link to this, on some, like if you're syndicating it to WordPress, you can add, for example, you can edit in here, you can add stuff in here, you can add content to all of these things, so you can add another link in here. So it's you've got serious customization abilities here. It's really good. And we're going to say nice video, whatever. I just want to show you, and sometimes you need to open that up. Where you have to do it now. If you want to schedule it, you have to pay. And we've already got buffer scheduling and queue scheduling it, so we're not worried about scheduling it. We've also got HootSuite where we can schedule to our social media personas. So this is just getting in there and syndicating. Tumblr, RSS feed, if you've got a connected to a syndication hub using if this then that, this is the perfect place to just click publish and set off a new syndication hub. So look what we've got here. Do you want to add 5 topics, 5 social accounts, 1, and pay for it? No, we've got Browsio. We can add unlimited social accounts. So that's the whole point here, is that you've got all of the social media management tools, which are not really management tools. They're social media posters. And you want to come and use Browsio as the management tool for all of these social media management or syndication or social media posting tools, because that's really what they are. They're not really this is going to manage your Twitter. It's not going to manage your social media, but you still need to get in there and engage and be real, right? So that's the second half of all of this, is getting in there and just going onto your Facebook account and getting into a group and just engaging and posting a relevant article from one of your blogs, one of your Web 2.0s, and just get in there and be real and engage. And that's the missing formula from all of these social media marketing or social media platforms. It's the reason why they just don't do the trick, because you'll never be able to log in and see that, oh look, Ali's got 2 friend requests. Sure. Ah, oh, very funny. This is one of my, I might have to blur that out. Someone's following me. Pretty cool. So someone that, Browsio guy, probably seen this persona, because this is one of my demo personas. So let's just go ahead and see how quickly we can multiply our efforts here and just go ahead and have social media accounts connected to as many profiles and personas that we want. We'll open up this one. And maybe one more here. Okay, and this right here is the missing link. So Facebook. So we've got all this, for example, syndicating and doing its awesome work in the background using these authoritative social media posters and syndication tools. And then you want to get in here. And if you're representing a company, a brand, you get one of your brand managers or people who's managing accounts to get in there with their persona and, just go ahead and be real about it. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. Look at this. 31 friend requests. Do you get it? You don't get this from, and these are real friends, okay? That one up there was one of my other personas. But they're real, right? Because, a little tip is to just go ahead and, befriend the mutual friends at first to show that you're not like spamming on the other side. I mean, it's very, very hard to get a ban from accepting friend requests, and I've never actually had it. And I've had, 400, 500 friend requests that I've answered in a row on another profile persona that is also a public profile. If you want to see that, comment below, and I'll post a link or a screenshot to that one. You can go and find it yourself. So let me know if you want to see that one. It's got 5,000 friends and 500 followers. Mutual, we want to hit all the ones with the mutual friends. I'll even post screenshots to show you the 500 incoming friend requests. It's pretty much insane. And you don't get that when you're just connecting some dead account to some buffer account and you're just syndicating. You got to get in there and you got to actually engage. You got to be real. So this is actually the missing link. This is why you can't just use those social media management posters, because that's what they are. They're posters. You need to manage those let's call them management tools for lack of a better word right now, because that's how they're understood. You need to manage all of those management tools with Browsio. So Browsio is the social media management console for all of the social media management tools out there. And say that 10 times. Let me know how that works out. So that's what it is. Social media, it's literally the management platform for all of these social media syndication tools, bringing them all together, allowing you to set them up, set it up, forget, use what's already out there, and go ahead and get into your profiles and personas. And I'm not even going to start messing around with the Browsio IA tab, which is going to allow you to go ahead and do all of this all with like multiple screens all at once in a much more streamlined way as well. We're just looking at social media management right now, and that's it. I think I've covered it. I've gone on for 25 minutes. Feels like a little mini webinar here, but I hope you got a lot from this, understand how powerful these are when they're all brought together under one console, one platform, allowing you to just, you know, not spend or waste any time on doing any of that stuff and just come straight in to your Facebook accounts and engage and be real. And that's it. That's what you got to be doing. All right. So please let me know what you thought of this one. Comment below and let me know. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are on this. And, you know, talk to you soon.